In this video, we're going to show you one possible way that you can organize your gradebook to help you move your grades from Canvas into Synergy, but also just kind of organize it a little bit better for you so that you can kind of see what's going on in your gradebook, and it's not a big hassle whenever you have to look at your grades. So to get started, I've actually set up my gradebook kind of to the default setting. So you can see I've got assignments here, but I've also got my totals as well as all of the unpublished assignments kind of strewn throughout my Canvas gradebook, which can be pretty tough to grade, especially if you have to scroll all the way to the right to find assignment columns or find quizzes that are kind of out of place. So what we can do is, obviously you can click and drag these columns and move them around, but even that kind of presents a problem, especially if you want to get this quiz next to the assignments all the way over here on the left-hand side. So that's going to be pretty wild to drag that all the way over there for each of the quizzes and assignments. So this idea is one of many ways that you can organize your gradebook to hopefully save you some time. So if you checked out the Canvas cohorts, you'll know that under the View option here at the top, you can turn on filtering and you can turn on modules and sections that'll help you organize your data. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And you'll see up here at the top there's the filters now. So I could filter by my modules, but I could also filter by my periods. So 1 and 2 for me for this particular class. So here I can filter by period 1, and then I could filter by an individual module, right? But this still doesn't really give me a great way to input all of my grades into Synergy, because I would have to go through each module and go through each assignment in order to move it over to Synergy. And even that can be a chore with a bunch of clicks. So another helpful tip is, if you are in this gradebook view with all of these unpublished modules, you can also go to View and check this box right here for unpublished assignments to turn them off. And then any assignments that are not published will go away. And then in this box here, you can see these are all my published assignments. And then you could, of course, move them around and organize them however you needed to. The way I propose to maybe organize your gradebook is to turn on, under View, go to Filters, and turn on Assignment Groups. Now you will have to jump over into the Assignments section, but I'll show you kind of what that looks like here. I've actually created one already, so I'm going to turn these other filters off for all modules and all sections. But and as you can see, now we're kind of back to the original view. That's kind of wild. But with assignment groups on, I'm going to show you how to build this assignment group here in just a second. But if you go over here, I built an assignment group and I called it Progress Report 1. And so in doing so, I've just dragged the assignments in Progress Report 1 that I'd actually want to see in my gradebook for Canvas, because you don't want to see every single assignment. So I just made Progress Report 1, and now we've got all the assignments and things that I want to give my kids, or excuse me, that I've given my kids and that I want to grade to move over into Synergy. So we're going to jump over into the Assignment Grouping tab to show you how to build one of these assignment groups. And hopefully this will give you another tool to organize your gradebook and make it a little bit easier for you. So in order to create the assignment groups in your gradebook, the first step you're going to need to do is go into your Assignments tab inside of your Canvas course. You can see I've got mine here on the left-hand side, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it. One thing to note too, you do not have to have this published for students to see it in order for you to access it and group your assignments. You can see in my class I only have modules available because that's kind of the only place I want students to go to find their work. But the Assignments tab here is hidden for students, so you don't have to have it visible, just a quick heads up. So I'm going to click on the Assignments button here. And as you can see, inside of my assignments section, I've got 3 different, assignment groupings, and one of them is the progress report. So in order to make another one, we're going to go up to the top right and click on Group, and we could simply type Progress Report 2 and hit Save. Now, I'll probably end up doing Progress Report 2 as it gets closer to Progress Report 2, but something to keep in mind that you can just create them right in here under the grouping option as well. You may have noticed that yours is a bit crazy. You might have several assignment groupings in here as well, and that's actually not a big deal because you can remove and delete these assignment groupings however you need to. So one example is under this assignment here, I've got the OSHA quiz. And what I want to do is actually move this into the progress report number 1. So to do that, I'm just going to find the quiz itself inside of assignments. Over on the right hand side, I'm going to click on the three dots and I'm going to go to Move To. And then underneath the assignment groupings, I'm going to find the assignment group that I want. And you can, of course, choose where it goes inside of that group. I'm just going to put it at the top and say Move. And now you can see under Progress Report 1 that quiz is listed, and you can click and drag them around to organize them however you see fit. Another consideration, if you're planning on grouping your grades this way, it doesn't work very well if you're weighting your grades. And if you haven't weighted your grades, in the top right, you can see up here it says Assignment, Group Weights. And if you're a teacher who's weighting your grades in Canvas, setting up your progress reports this way might not be the best idea, so you might want to pursue maybe another way to build your assignment groupings if you're weighting your grades. Here's a quick example of what it might look like if you are an elementary school teacher and you are grouping your assignment grades.